Hello and welcome to White Glove Reviews. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a kind of an interesting Swiss Army knife, and we're also going to be discussing how sometimes the box can lie to you. And what I mean by the box can lie to you is, let me show you the back of the box. It says Work Champ Lock Blade Red. Well, I can tell you that I found this one on eBay, and I knew from the picture that it was neither a Work Champ nor red, because this is actually a skipper. And this is one of the older skippers, because the newer ones have a liner lock, and this one has one of the side locks. And the skipper, as I understand it, is a sailing knife. It's one of the 111 millimeter ones. It's the larger size, as opposed to 91 or 84. And it's got some interesting features to it. And let's check them out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's got, first of all, it's got sort of an interesting main blade. The main blade is serrated, I assume for cutting rope. My only experience with sailing in a boat with a sail is I've been listening to the Aubrey Maturin historical fiction audiobook series, so I can use a lot of sailing boat words, but I don't know what a mainsail and that kind of thing is. But I'm assuming that this serrated blade is intended to cut rope. Alright, and it has the side lock, as opposed to the newer version that has the liner lock. I gotta tell you, I've never been a fan of liner lock knives, and I mean, it's like, I don't know why. I mean, like, I like the Spyderco Tenacious, and it's easily one of my favorite knives, but I like it in spite of it having a liner lock. So I mean, I've never cared for the whole liner lock thing. Anyway, but this one has the side lock. It's got a corkscrew, pretty much standard. And I'm assuming this is the same size as a normal corkscrew. So I would imagine, well, let's test it. I would imagine if you wanted to hook up your skipper with a little one of these screwdrivers, you can easily do that. So yeah, you can do that if you wanted to. If you want to add that in there. And if you do, these are, you know, they're like a couple of bucks. I always like to have as many tools as possible on my Swiss Army knife, especially if it doesn't cost me any additional space. You don't have a spot here if you wanted to include the straight pin, and you've got the awl. You got the awl here on the back. Man, I know I've said it before, but years ago I cut myself super bad with one of these things. Not this particular blade, not on this particular knife, of course. Let's see. We got the usual can opener, the ever-present bottle opener, not too bad. You've got a pair of pliers. Actually, this is kind of interesting. I don't know if you can, let me see if you can see it. You got the pliers, the usual pliers for a Swiss Army knife, but the way you get this last thing out is kind of weird. You see how you push down on this to get out the Phillips head? That's actually different. That's a rather atypical. Man, I don't know how well set up this thing is. See here? It's sort of getting the little key ring gets in the way there. The other thing is, you can't put it back with the pliers down. I mean, I guess it's okay, but I feel like this is a point where they stumbled in the design department and just, it's not up to the normal perfection that is Victorinox. And the last thing is a relatively unique tool. It's this thing. which is... Okay, the write-up said it's a shackle opener with Marlinspike. And I'm assuming those two things are sailing words. I wonder if they're new sailing words. I don't remember Shackle or Marlinspike. Actually, Marlinspikes might have popped up in the audiobooks. The Aubrey Maturin audiobook series. It's like historical fiction set like 1798 to 18 something. So, in the near the Napoleonic War era sailing kind of thing. I think I remember Marlinspikes, but I don't remember Shackle Openers. So, this is one of those. Interesting. It's kind of cool. You get a blue scale, which is a little bit different. And it has a compass on it. Or a compass rose. Whatever this thing's called. Not an actual compass, but the north, south, east, west thing. I guess it's a compass rose. The term's probably wrong. Anyway, let me know what you think. It's kind of an interesting knife. I'm not even remotely happy with this whole Phillips head screwdriver thing right there, though. I feel like they just, it's not up to the design standards you'd expect from Victorinox. The other stuff is interesting, and I mean, like, I think the blade's cool. It's definitely a cool looking main blade. And I can definitely see there being some serious uses for a knife blade like this. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't like the Phillips head screwdriver. What do y'all think? Do you think this is a design failure, or do you think it's just one of those things they kind of had to make it work this way to get the stuff in? I don't know. I'm not feeling it though. Anyway, let me know what you think. And I'll include a link in the description if you want to check this knife out. It's still available. I think you can find them on Amazon. I'll include a link for it. And although, since you'll be getting a new one, you'll end up with a liner lock one probably. If you want a side lock, just check around eBay, that kind of thing. They're not, I mean, like, they're not far out of production. Well, this one shouldn't be that far out of production, so it should be pretty easy to find. And just remember to look at the pictures when you buy stuff on eBay, because this is not a Work Champ lock blade. It's a Skipper. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope y'all have an excellent day.